Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Limits VN. Today, hopefully the Discord overlay won't f us over again. So
Discord overlay always works properly without issues.
Every time. Without further ado, let's get on with the video. The chief turned his back to pick up a chocolate donut from the box on the table.
Chocolate, my favorite.
Oh yeah.
Did something happen that I wasn't aware of?
Who knows?
Sally looked into my direction, okay, and gave you a wink with a big grin on her face, which made you grin back at her in return. Fortunately, with the chief having his back turned, he was oblivious to the exchange.
What a sly woman.
Name. You should try the donuts or the bagels already. They're pretty good. I kinda already ate 5 of them. Don't worry about it. You're free to have your one, and another one of your choice if you like. I'm gonna grab another and head back to my office. So if you need me, just knock on my door. Alright, Name?
This might be a bit crude, but I bet if you... Inside his arms is just made up of donuts, chocolate donuts everywhere. Like,
Chocolate flowing in his veins.
I hold no shit in chocolate.
Okay, thanks for treating us for lunch, Chief.
Oh yes, it was really sweet of you, Chief.
My pleasure. I'll be going now. Take care.
See you, Chief.
Ah, thank God this is not Sins of Paradise. Okay.
Yeah, the last episode of Sins in Paradise, like I was actually dizzy at the end, like I couldn't breathe anymore.
Well then, you think he'll care?
Care about what?
You know, Jacob and Steve.
Oh no, he mentioned I'm gonna have to do an intervention. Well, okay, so Jacob ate a cake and the cake was important or something. It's fine. You don't need to worry about it. It's fine.
But you're good at reading people. Isn't that basically the same thing?
Whoa, you're a clever Name. I'm going to have to be careful around you.
Uh-huh.
I'm just kidding, silly. You may be clever, but you're actually quite easy to tease.
Okay. This is the guy that stares off the space every 5 seconds. How is this guy clever?
I mean, you have a point, Sword. I'm not gonna lie.
I like fucking snow. I love that.
What, just snow? What the f?
Damn. For a second I thought she was going to start holding her guard around me. I'd hate to have her be like that. I imagined that it'd be tense and awkward.
Also, what's with you and the chief? I noticed that he's been constantly looking at you through the car's visor on her way back here. She just perpetually has that face. Her eyebrows are permanently...
Okay.
Did something happen while I was gone?
I ate his donut.
Oh no.
Can't say I'm surprised that she noticed that. We just had some talk. That was all.
I guess you could say she's very perceptive.
She is.
Wow.
Okay, 'cause she's like that. I don't know. He seems to be quite interested in you.
He had a chocolate donut in his pocket, of course.
You think so? What if he's just being worried about me?
After what happened earlier today, I guess that makes sense.
Jesus Christ.
Anyway, what happened earlier back in the office? If you don't mind sharing.
So about that condom you gave us.
Yes, they had barbs, Sally.
I've been told by Mr. Oppenheimer that my father could still be alive.
Yes, I think I remember you mentioning that before. I was wondering how Mr. Oppenheimer is involved with you.
Now that I think about it, I don't think Sally exactly knows that I'm not from this world. I think I remember telling her that some of the things here are quite new to me, but gave no explanation. She probably thinks I have amnesia or something. I don't know if she'd tell her though. But she's been treating me so nicely these past few hours. I feel like I can trust her. Grant seems to highly trust her as well, so I guess it won't be of any harm. Before I answer that, I need to tell you something.
I'm listening.
I need to tell you my sexual orientation.
No, not sexual orientation.
This sounds crazy, I know, but I am not from this world.
Spend the next few minutes retelling the story up to the point before you talked with the lion to Sally. She didn't say much throughout the whole explanation, but you could see that she was listening attentively. You explained to her again how your father has been missing for the majority of your life and how it seems that your father has instead been living here in this world.
Oh dear. I'm sorry to hear your recent loss and for what you've been through, Name. I honestly didn't expect to hear that from you. You act so calmly, and kind on the outside, while on the inside, you're actually hurting, or it's actually pretty tragic. Or I'm so sorry, Name.
If only she knew that my mind has been like a racing track for a Grand Prix these last few days. It's alright, Sally. I'm okay. None of this is anyone's fault.
Still,
To answer your question about Mr. Oppenheimer, though, he said that I may be the son of this York person.
isn't York your last name?
Ding, ding, ding.
Wow. How did you know? What? So crazy. Oh.
He said that this York person could possibly be my biological father. To verify that I am in fact the son, I am told to go with him to some research departments associated with this company tomorrow morning. He said that they'll be doing some DNA tests, and if the records match, well, I honestly don't know what's gonna happen then.
Or are you going with him tomorrow then?
I'm actually not sure myself. The chief said that Mr. Oppenheimer's intention is well, based on where he worked, but I don't know if I can trust him. He's a lion. You know, lions always be a lion.
Wow. Didn't see that coming.
I'm going to need a bit more time with him to be able to decide that.
The cat lady went quiet for a moment. From the look on her face, she seems to be in quite a deep thought.
I think you should go with him tomorrow, Name. You came to this police department with Gran looking for answers, right? I mean, sure. I suppose you've already requested some assistance with the help of the chief. But don't you think it's better to learn the answers sooner than later? Mr. Oppenheimer may be a stranger, but wasn't everyone before you've met them?
This guy in that white van is also a stranger, right?
Well, he has free candy, so I should trust him probably.
Yeah, I mean, it's
free
fine.
condom.
What the hell did I come back to?
But now that I think about it, maybe it's a bit flawed. Not every stranger are well intent after all.
Yes.
So
Good.
that guy in the white van is
Was
not to be trusted.
Not
Okay.
to be trusted.
But I still really think that you should take the chance, Name. I think Gran would have said the same thing. Mr. Oppenheimer seems to know quite a lot about your father, too. And that information is quite important for you, right?
I've been really lucky so far, haven't I? The people that I've met and interacted with thus far seem to have good intentions in their mind. At least, I think they do. What are you doing?
That was hot. Okay.
It's a thermos. Of course it's gonna be hot. I wonder what would have happened to me if someone else with a bad intention got to me first instead of Gran. What if my good luck finally runs out? I think you're right, Sally. I'm going to have to take a leap of faith for something this important. Whether I fall, make the jump, or get abducted, I guess I'll deal with that when the time comes.
Yeah.
That's the spirit. I'll be praying for you, dear.
Thank you for talking with me, Sally. You have no idea how much it helped.
You try your best to give her a smile despite being overwhelmed by other emotions.
I'm glad I was able to help.
The feline lady clasps both of her hands and shakes
No, then.
violently.
So violently, what the hell was that?
Now then, let's eat, shall we? I'm starving. I think your one is in that box over there, Name.
Alright.
Meanwhile, in the chief's office.
Let's see what's in my meal today. Hello, this is Chief Forsberg speaking. Who is this?
Hello again, Mr. Forsberg. This is Pierce speaking.
Oh, hello, Mr. Oppenheimer. Is there something I can help you with?
Is Mr. York with you?
He's not in the office with me. I believe he's eating Sally's ass right now.
Damn.
Eat my chocolate donut hole. Your favorite
Oh,
flavor.
Wow.
Stickman glazed.
Oh god.
Oh god, there's sprinkles up there.
No! Stop!
Good. Could you spare a moment of your time? Sorry, these damn kids in the background. Could you shut up?
No! A child.
Could you spare a moment of your time? I'd like to discuss something with you. I would have inquired about this earlier, but Mr. York wasn't feeling so well. I did not want to put any more pressure or stress on him than I have already done.
Is this gonna be about name, then, I presume?
Precisely. Which is why that is good he is currently not in the same room as you.
I guess I could spare some time. What is it that you would like to discuss?
Thank you, Mr. Forsberg. So, I'd like to inquire about...
Man! I didn't think that one of these would fill me right up. I never thought that the sizes would be so big.
Hey, no. I'm going back to my station, alright? Or if you like to take a nap, you can simply go to the infirmary and pick a bed. Or I think the chief already told Steve about what's going on. But if not, just tell him to ask me, or the chief. Got it?
Actually, before you go, I was wondering if there's something I can do to help around here. I'm not feeling tired just yet. I'd like to be able to do something in return. I thought I must be doing something useful instead of just lazing around.
Oh, aren't you just so
This is
sweet?
terrible.
Well, or I think there's a couple things that you could do around the office. Or how about you come over with me to the front then?
But what about the leftovers? Are we just going to leave them outside like that? Poor leftovers!
As you were finishing your sentence, the door to the lounge swings open.
Uh-oh, there
Oh,
they
so
are.
these are the two guys,
Yeah,
yeah.
they have sprites now. Amazing.
Oh my.
They look good.
Wow, the sprites look
They look really nice.
good.
Yeah,
They
good
look
job,
really
Trey.
nice, yeah.
It's the otter and the weasel. The weasel seems to be looking like his usual self.
Welcome back, you two. You're looking pretty okay now, Jacob.
What do you mean? I've always been okay.
Or if you say so.
Anyways, we're back here because we'd like some of those good-looking donuts and bagels, especially the chocolate. Also, did the chief return back to his office?
Yeah, he went back a little while ago.
Ah, that's a shame. I didn't get the chance to thank him for these treats.
You'll get your chance soon, Jacob.
The weasel notices your bulge standing next to the cat lady.
The bulge is standing next to the cat lady.
Yeah.
Sure, okay. How it's still
Wow,
there.
you're still here? You're not in big trouble, are you?
Big
trouble.
Uh-oh. What?
Oh,
he's getting very
gonna
close.
my
Suck
god.
our
Wow, he is going. Wow.
The weasel slowly walked towards you, eyeing you suspiciously, stopping just before your big bulge.
What is happening?
Aren't you uncomfortable with the whole line of...
Alright, I have confirmation. It's not supposed to be like that, but we're gonna pretend like it is.
Wow, he is.
I can hear him breathing.
Through my
Oh my god.
He's very low now, yes.
Jacob, I believe you're intruding into his personal space.
You're just jealous,
such thing.
Steve.
He took a step back.
Jesus.
Right, my bad.
But
I don't think we've introduced ourselves with each other. I'm Officer Jacob. Just call me Jacob, though. And you are?
His suspicious look is replaced by a wide smile as he offers you a handshake.
My name is Name.
You took his hand in. You could, oh for fuck's sake, not again. You could feel that his fur has quite a smooth texture to it, a bit similar to the otter's. You released the grip before it got too long.
Oh, finally,
my
we're
God,
learning.
You
We're
learn.
Oh my god.
So what's your business or pleasure here?
You've already seen my business. You sucked it.
There's not a lot of humans around this part. You're not running away, are you?
The otter standing in proximity quietly jabbed the weasel on his side with his elbow, keeping a smile on his face in the meantime.
more symptoms.
I mean, it's none of my business, so don't worry about it. You seem cool with Sally and Gran, so that should be more than enough to trust you.
Well, thanks, Jacob.
Yup, no worries.
Bro, me and Name were just about to leave the room. So you two can help yourselves with the food, alright? Just please be a dear and store them in the fridge once you're done. Thanks and see ya!
Will do. See ya, Sally and Name.
See ya.
The otter and the weasel give you a small wave. The weasel, however, is also clutching his side, the part where he was recently jabbed.
My organs!
You give them both a wave in return before walking out of the room with Sally at your front.
Those two are quite cute, aren't they?
I guess. I hope Jacob is okay, though. I imagine that jab must have been quite painful.
It was.
Half of my respiratory system is gone.
He'll be fine. Where if anything goes wrong, Steve can just patch him straight away. He's the doctor after all.
Snickers! You're right. So, is there anything I can do?
Yes. Do you think you can sort these messy piles of files?
She pointed at the two big pile of files and folders, each of them having an approximate size of a basketball in diameter.
The pile of files.
Nervous sweating intensifies. I've already done some of it earlier this morning, but I had to take care of something else.
Oh? I think I can do that. How do you want me to sort it?
Well, I've been separating them by types, but do what you think is the best name.
So, how did it get to this anyway?
I can't remember if it was Grant or Jacob or some other officer who did it, but what happened was someone bumped into one of the file lockers and they just fell out.
You need to invest in sturdier file lockers.
Yeah, the file lockers are fucking indestructible. Like, unless you actually push it over, like, it's
really
impossible for them to fall out.
Honestly, I think it was just an unfortunate mistake. I don't think it was intentional.
Do you really trust me with handling all this stuff?
What do you mean?
I mean, some of these files might contain some sensitive information. If I were to sort them out, I might not be able to avoid accidentally looking at some of them. Wink, wink.
I think it's fine. I trust you enough. And you're not from around here, so what use of this information would be to you anyways? Although, please do not intentionally look inside the files and folders. It is a breach of personal privacy. And since you aren't exactly working here, you could get in a lot of trouble.
Like you wouldn't be getting in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, I think you would get into more trouble than
No.
You're under arrest for looking at that man's sexual orientation.
I understand. Thanks for trusting me with this. I will hold this over your head forever.
No problem. If you'll excuse me, I'll be tending to my work now. You can sit on that chair, but make it electric.
The cat lady points her finger at a chair that's plugged into the wall.
Plugged into the wall.
I'll start now as well then.
You lost yourself in your work. You've decided that it would be best to follow what Sally has done previously. The files that you had to deal with consist of reports of missing pets and some wanted person.
They keep things as pets?
Based on the blurred picture, you couldn't really tell what it is exactly, but it seems to have a slug-like form.
My slug ran away.
There's also a mix of driving test results and forms, as well as residency issues. You tried your best to ignore the details and simply focus on their types instead. After a few hours of sorting, you finally finished.
Oh man. I think I'm finally done, Sally.
Ooh, it looks so neat. Thank you so much, dear.
Oh man. Why couldn't they just digitalize all the forms? That should improve efficiency, right? Come to think of it, how advanced is their technology? From what I've seen so far, it seems to be relatively the same. Maybe I'll find out in due time. That's fine. I've done this many times before, so it's like second nature to me.
Oh, what was your past occupation, if I may ask?
I worked in some local business firm as a manager.
Oh, that's neat.
That's not neat. It is.
Wait.
And I was looking forward to finding out whether I'll get promotion next month too.
That's a shame, dear. It's gotten pretty late already. My shift is about to end in a few minutes, so I'll have to leave soon, or my brother's going to get worried about me.
You guys have brothers? Does that exist in this world?
Oh no, stop!
Exactly, there we go.
Oh. You have a
You
brother?
have a brother?
Oh,
Siblings exist?
I am the best character.
That's cool. Don't let me hold your hair any longer then.
Thank you, dear. Oh, and just for a heads up, Ryan won't be having any shifts tomorrow since it's Monday. But you'll be seeing me comes Wednesday, though. If you're still here, that is.
Ah, that's a shame.
And don't worry about the reception being empty. Another officer will take over in a few minutes.
Hi, my name is Hilda.
Oh, I love Hilda.
Oh, and one last thing. Wear this. This should let the others know that you've been given the okay to roam around here.
You have obtained a blue badge that reads guest. You took a moment to wear them on your shirt. You put the badge in your inventory.
In the quest items pocket.
Nobody should bother you this way. But if they do ask you questions, and you can either answer them or tell them to ask the chief. Or I know how sensitive your situation is, so don't be afraid to do the latter, alright?
Alright.
Anyway, best of luck, Mame. I hope things will work out for you. See ya!
See ya, and thank you for everything.
The feline lady gave you a big smile as the two of you waved to each other goodbye.
Man, I'm beat. I think I'm going to try and get some sleep. What time is it anyway?
You stare at the clock hanging next to the TV on the wall. It reads 6:47 p.m.
Still pretty early to clock in for the day, though. I wonder if there is anything I can do to burn some time. It really does suck not to have a phone with you at times like these, huh? Maybe I should just go to sleep early? Who knows what I'm going to have to do with that lion tomorrow? Oh, whoa.
A DNA test. Wow.
Hopefully nothing involving barbs.
Oh my god.
Not again.
I leave for 2 seconds.
I'd be lying if I wasn't interested. See, I made this joke. I made this joke too soon. I made this joke too soon.
Half an hour ago.
Kill me.
I should jump off a bridge.
Yeah, that's what I'm feeling right now. Wait, that's me. There
Wow.
you go.
Huh? Hello? I'm still here.
As you regain your bearings, you could see a familiar figure standing right in front of you.
Sheesh, kid. You're okay? You've been giggling like those little kids in horror movies staring off into space. Kinda scary, honestly. It's not Halloween yet, you know.
In your head, you virtually facepalmed yourself.
Oh man.
I tried calling you, but you just stood there like a zombie in dreamland.
Zombies don't dream, do they? They're dead. Their brains ceased to function when they died.
Wait, does that mean they have zombies here too?
No, stop, please.
You have horror movies?
That's besides the point.
The weasel took a moment to check his surrounding.
Why are you still here anyway? You're not actually in trouble, are you?
Ask the chief.
Ask the chief. Ask the chief.
As the chief, the weasel eyes you down with suspicion, just like before. This time, however, he kept his distance.
Where's the doctor when you need him? Who knows, right?
You gave out a peal of nervous laughter as you try to avoid looking back into his amber eyes.
Okay, fine name. I get the hint. You can keep your secrets. I don't need them.
The weasel then has his eyes on the badge you are wearing.
If you're sticking around, it's none of my business.
Yes,
Just don't do anything stupid, because I'll be watching.
The weasel narrows his eyes as he stares into you. A moment later, his face drastically changed into a smile.
Well, I'm gonna go do my job. No one else seems to, so you do whatever, I guess.
With a shrug, the weasel took a seat next to the spot where your feline friend was sitting. He then promptly pulled out what you assumed to be his phone and fiddled around with it.
That was an interesting encounter. Do whatever, huh? Well, what am I going to do?
Well, yeah, we're gonna continue this in the next episode, so I guess subscribe if you enjoyed it, like the video, and see you guys in the next episode. Bye!
Yes, bye-bye.